What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
Welcome back to our channel. On this episode, we will be talking about our wedding proposal. So, tell us about the proposal.
We actually had 2 rounds, and during our whole relationship, we were very intentional. Number one, I was very selective on who I chose as a girlfriend. She fit a lot of the criterias in terms of the values I was looking for. We also went to premarital counseling. I think we were only together maybe 2 to 3 months when we already attended. We also attended a couple other Christian marriage seminars. So I knew very early on that I wanted to propose, and we aren't getting any younger.
No regrets ba? No backing out.
October, November was when I really started to shop for rings. And at the time, I knew nothing about rings, aside from knowing that it's really expensive. I ended up buying it from BlueNile.com, which I thought at the time was cheaper, but I found out now that it's a lot more expensive than buying it in Hong Kong or here. I selected the ring and everything, and I was supposed to go to San Francisco to go pick it up, but circumstances happened with business, so I wasn't able to go. So I had help with a lot of my family. My sister helped me order the ring. My mom helped me deliver it to somebody. A friend of my sister-in-law from over here in the Philippines happened to be visiting San Francisco. They bought the ring. I received the ring before Christmas. I had the ring. I was just trying to figure out when and how I was going to propose. It's actually a lot of pressure planning a proposal because...
What if she says no?
No, I knew you were going to say yes.
Oof.
There's a lot of pressure because you don't want to have a weak and boring normal proposal. There are a lot of criteria that I wanted. First one being I wanted our family to be present. That was the most important thing.
It shows family's blessing.
Yeah, it's very for both of ours. And then I wanted significance in terms of where we proposed. And there was a lot of ideas that were coming through my mind. I was thinking of having like a scavenger hunt, doing all these crazy things. I was thinking of it involving friends, but logistics makes it really tough. Ended up choosing to do the proposal at Tagaytay because Tagaytay is a significant and sentimental place for us. It's a place we've gone to together a lot of times. We've had a lot of firsts there, and I planned everything out. We were supposed to have it at Antonio's. Logistics happened again, got in the way. Her brother, who is one of the closest people to her, wasn't available on that day. We had to move it a week ahead, and I ended up booking it at Balay Dago. They told me we can have it there, but we couldn't reserve a section. So we kind of had to do it in public with other people around there. So we managed. Finally set the date, and I informed all of her family, in terms of her immediate family, her parents and her brothers. I informed my family. Logistics and everything was hard because I had to tell everybody, make sure you come at this time. Made sure everybody wore white. We had to rehearse. I had a lot of help, thankfully, from family members, especially my sister-in-law, Catherine, who was kind of the coordinator for everything. And
thank you, Kat.
the date ended up being on the 15th. 15th or 16th. It was right after Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, we were not able to have an official date because I wanted to take her mom out on a Valentine's Day. And then on the 15th, it was actually her dad's birthday. So we couldn't have our date then. So it was a very convenient excuse for me to say, hey, let's have our Valentine's date in Tagaytay. And she was like, oh, okay. Didn't think anything of it. It was done. We set that date. A lot of preparations going through. Like I had to think of what I was gonna do. We were together for 13 months before I proposed. I printed out a picture of one highlight from every month. I printed it all out with the plans of all of our family members lining up, turning around, and would be presenting it later, which I'll go into more detail later. I think that was everything in terms of the proposal planning. And then the big day came. Do you want to share what happened on your side?
Okay, I'll share on the day of. I think you told me that we are gonna leave at around 11?
We were supposed to leave at 11.
At 11, and it was already around 11:15, 11:20, and we're not leaving yet. And usually when he says 11, we leave at 11. Finally, we left, and I noticed that he was really taking his time. We dropped by a gas station, we even dropped by, I think, McDo to get your coffee. We also dropped by Nike outlet, and you even got your shoes there.
Yep.
He even mentioned about oh, I'm gonna wear these later. Take note, he was wearing his Nike slippers on the way to Tagaytay.
My
because
favorite slippers.
that's just how he is. On the way there, I think it's already around 2 o'clock and I was really hungry. He didn't even feed me lunch. We went to this mall in Tagaytay. It's called Serin, I believe.
I don't remember the name
Serin
of the
Mall. We had lunch,
at Cilantro.
yes, at Cilantro.
Yeah.
After eating our late lunch, we were so full.
Mhm.
This guy invited me to have milk tea. Usually, I'm the one who likes milk tea. And then whenever I want, he would tell me, nah, that's extra calories, blah, blah, blah. So this time, he's the one inviting for milk tea. And that's really, really, really weird.
Not only that, we hung out there.
Yes. Even with long line. Usually when there's a line, he would just say, oh, forget it.
I was happy there was a line. Anyways.
Yeah, he was just killing time. Then after that, always checking his phone, and I don't know who he is talking with, but usually when he's with me, he's seldom on his phone. And then finally, he received a message. He was on his phone, and then he replied, and he said, okay, let's go. From there, I know that he's up to something. We went to the car, he changed his shoes, which is a sign for me that, oh, something's gonna happen.
We're going to a nice restaurant.
I think he's gonna propose.
Feeler.
And I even told him that, hey, I'm gonna touch up my makeup, okay? And he was like, okay, yeah, we'll take a lot of photos later. Not that you need it, but okay. Up until this point, he still didn't tell me where we are going. He drove, and then we went to Balay Dako, and then there, I was looking at cars, seeing if, oh, is my family's car here, or do I recognize one of the cars? Okay, but my heart was really beating so fast because I know that something's gonna happen. I asked Earl that, hey, can I just excuse myself and go to the washroom first? I was really nervous. I went to the washroom, I peed, washed my hands, and then there I prayed. I prayed to the Lord and told him that, Lord, I feel that Earl is gonna propose.
Feeler.
If this is your will, let it be done. That was my prayer. Then I went out to the washroom, I saw him, and I think you were folding your sleeves or something.
I was rolling up my sleeves because I was hot.
Then I asked him, hey, why are you acting so weird? And you said something like, huh? I'm just hot or something.
Just you.
He grabbed my hand and we went up the Balay Dako stairs.
Mhm.
And you wanna continue?
And then we had a nice dinner, and then we went home. That was it.
That's it. The end.
Just kidding. Here's what happened from my side. We were originally supposed to leave at 11 because the proposal was supposed to be at 2 o'clock. We wanted 2 o'clock because we wanted to make sure there was less people after the lunch crowd. We wanted the weather to be nice. But certain key family members could not make it on time. So we decided to push it later. For me, I was thinking, what are we gonna do? Originally, we're supposed to eat there for lunch. Should we eat an early lunch so that we'll be hungry then? What am I gonna do for the 2 hours that I need to kill? That's the reason why I was taking my time. As we were driving there, the whole time I kept getting updates, coordinating with like 5 or 6 different people messaging me like where they're at. Oh, they're gonna be late. This and that. I'm trying to remind everybody, make sure you guys are on time. Make sure you guys are on time. I kept getting updates that people weren't gonna be on time, so I kept taking my time and delaying. Ended up going to the Yala Mall, which was never part of the plan. We were supposed to go straight there, and then bam. As we were walking there, I was just thinking like, how can I delay this? How can I delay this? We ended up eating at Cilantro. I was super taking my time. Even after we were done, I was still hanging out there, and she was like, oh, can we leave? Started walking around, I'm just like, what are we gonna do? And I kept saying, hey, let's tour around the whole mall. We walked around the whole mall, but it's a really small mall. As we were walking around the mall, I was getting updates. People were still on the way. They kept saying, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. Ended up being like 45 minutes. Luckily, I saw was it a Decasi milk tea?
Yep.
A super long line, and I was like, yes, let's line up. As we were in line, I kept checking my phone, and it still kept saying, still on the way, still on the way. After we got our milk tea, I said, hey, let's sit down and hang out here. And she was like, huh? Like, why here? We hung out there for like, I don't know, 20 minutes? 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah, around 20 minutes.
Finally, I got a notification. Everybody was there. Everybody just settled in, and they're like setting everything up. Right after I put down the phone, I was like, let's go.
So obvious.
Drove to Balay Dako, and I was super nervous. I kind of just didn't know what to expect. Right when we got there, I could tell that she was very nervous too. And then when she went to the restroom, I ran up to go check on her, and everybody was there, and I was like, all right guys, trying to arrange for everybody where to stand and everything. And I ran back down, and that's why I was so hot, and I was rolling my sleeves right when she came out. And then we walked up, and I'm gonna try to look for videos of this. Not the best quality, but when we got there, my ama was sitting there, and we had 12 other, 13 including my ama, family members lined up, facing with their backs to us. Then right when we got there, she knew what was going on because she saw family members. She could tell, and she was like, what's going on? Then I had stage fright. I was super nervous because there were a lot of people there eating, and everybody was looking at us, and I just felt very awkward. But what happened was, one by one, every family member turned around, and every time they would turn around, they would show a picture of the highlight of each month, and I would explain to her why I chose that picture one at a time, all the way until the 13th. And after she was looking at the 13th, I knelt down, and then right when she turned around, I had the ring. Of course, it was the happiest day of her life. And then after that, it was just very happy. It was kind of a semi-public event. A lot of people we didn't know were clapping, and I felt very awkward. And then we took pictures, and then we had a late lunch, early dinner. Early dinner. It was like 5 p.m. I think.
Yes.
Because it was still light. Yeah.
So this is a without being awkward. It seems.
So he grabbed my hand and we walked up. I saw my mom, I saw your ama, I saw my brothers, your brothers, all of them, the kids. I know what's gonna happen. I remember every person that turns around, there's a blank on the paper, and then you kind of explaining what that means.
Yep.
But you were just whispering in my ear, and I
Yes.
kept saying that louder, louder, because I want everyone to hear
I was
it.
supposed to announce it
And then
louder.
they were also saying that, louder, louder.
I had stage fright, I'm
louder."
sorry.
But the whole thing, to be honest, was like a blur to me. I was about to cry, but it didn't go through. And
She
then
cries when she watches Crash Landing on You, but doesn't cry when I propose to her.
the last one was, will you marry me? I even asked you to ask again, will you marry me? Because
Yeah.
you're so shy.
I was like, will you marry? Will you
I
marry?
said, one more, one more.
Yeah, I had stage fright. It was a very emotional time for me. That was it. That was our proposal. Luckily, she said yes. And after that, everything else was a blur because it was like, wow, you're my fiance now. I gave her the ring, and everybody was just like, there's just a lot of things going on. And now we're thinking, okay, when are we gonna get married? We have to choose a date. We have to find venue. And the next video, or a following video, will be on wedding planning and everything that goes on in that.
For me, it didn't sink in right away. It took me days to a week to finally sink in that I'm now engaged to my fiance.
Now your husband.
Yes.
Has it sunk in that I'm your husband, or are you still okay? For me, it sunk in right away.
I'm a little slow.
Yeah, okay. I still love you. We will be posting a lot more videos of everything else that happened after that, which is a lot. Stay tuned.
That's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. See you again next time.
Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.